What is going on, guys? It's been a minute. I know. I know. It's been a minute. Uh, it's been a lot of things going on. Starting a new job, getting to know the new job. It's been very stressful. But I love my job. And yeah, I just took a little break from video, my YouTube channels, which I should have told you guys, but that's my bad. Anyways, we are continuing on with the computers from 1960s. This is episode 3, or part 3. I got some food here. See if you guys can see my food. My burger here. Got my beer here. Let's do this. I'm gonna eat my dinner and drink my beverage while I do this episode. Why? Because I can. Alright. Alright. Let's do this. I think that's olive tea. Olive tea. Programma P101 dash P1 slash P102. Okay. The Programma P101 may be considered as the first programmable electronic desktop calculator in the world. At that time, Alivita, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, was called Alivita Underwood Corporation. The P101 was also the first programmable machine small and medium-sized companies could afford. Oh, very nice. Besides, several tens of thousands machines were sold, mainly in USA. Okay. So, this is mainly one of the first calculators. Because you think about it, the calculators that we know, they all can fit in your pocket. But back then in the 60s, the calculators that they know was that big motherfucker sitting right there. And boy, did they come a long way. There were neither microprocessor. I don't know if they worded that right. Anyways, I'm just gonna read it as is. There were neither Microsoft processor, not yet invented, nor integrated circuits in the P101, but only transistors, resistors, and condensers. Meaning, there was no processor. There was no CPU. There was no GPU. It was just strictly running off of transistors, resistors, and condensers. Okay. The memory holds 9 registers that could store numeric data or program instructions. They could store numbers of data. Just saying. Each register could store one 22-bit number plus sign and decimal point and two 11-digit number or 24 program instructions. 5 registers could store instructions, so the maximum length of the program and data stored in memory could be saved. Wait, sorry, I jumped the line. So the maximum length of the program was of 120 instructions. Program and data stored in memory could be saved into magnetic card thanks to a built-in card reader and recorder. The calculator used a form of cache memory for storing the results of the last operation. This was done with pulse delay line, a device that turned the data into mechanical vibrations along a wire. Serial fashion is sort of SAM sequentially accessed memory. The pulse delay line was invented in the 1940s for radar and the crude computers at that time. One year later, Olive T, I'm still not sure if I'm saying that right, released the programmer P102 Pictured. Right, so that's P102? Okay. Which was the same machine but featured a serial RS-232. Connection and a loud printer. Teletype or tape puncher reader up to 4 to be connected. Very nice. Okay. My bad, guys. I was just checking to see if those memories here, those memories here and ads that they put here was in the comments, but it wasn't. So let's go ahead and do this. Rich Stillman's memories. The Programmer 101 was the first computer I ever used. I was in high school and the school bought one of the math curriculum. I don't know. It never got used in the mainstream program by students who wanted to experiment with it could. It was pretty much as described with an instruction set that consisted mostly of the functions on the calculator keypad. Programs were keyed in and saved into cards that were about the size of the standard punch card with a labeling service on one side and a complete magnetic coating on the other. No wimpy mag stripe here. We used the 101 mainly to implement numerical methods for generating trig functions and the like. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I'm sorry in advance if I mess up your name. If anybody's anybody that's on the comments or whatever that's watching my video right now, if I mess up your name, I'm sorry. So A. Komori. Uh, the magnetic cards were a real breakthrough in the technology. Well, yeah. I mean, we're talking about the 1960s here. They are made in plastic, and one side was printed and had place for the title of the program. Comments etc. The other side was completely covered with typical brownish magnetic layer. The magnetic track was near the long edge of the card. The cards could be turned upside down to use the track near the other edge of the card so that each card could store two programs. Excuse me. A neat feature was with the use of the areas marked VWYZ. When the card was fed through the reader, it will pop under it will pop out the keyboard. It will pop out under the keyboard. Okay. With the functions keys VWYZ. The comment written on the card would therefore appear under each key, a useful reminder of functions linked to each key in that particular program. The P101 particularly, but the magnetic card was covered by patent 3.495.222 on March 1st, 1965. And this gave Olive Tea over $900,000 in royalties by HP alone for the reuse of this technology in the HP 9100 series. Everything in the Programmer 101 clearly showed the very high standards of design and engineering that were adopted in its constructions. The case, for example, is about the size of a large old desktop PC, a little bit larger in the effects. It is not built like today's PC by a folding sheet of metal. But to avoid interference is cast in aluminum, about 3 millimeters thick, and alone it contributes to the machine's weight of about 35 kilograms. The exterior was designed by Mario Bellani, a young architect of the Satsi's team, soon to become one of the top industrial designers of the following years. The Programmer 101 earned its place in several museums for its design, and Bellani kept working for many more years for Olive Tea, and was responsible for some of the other visually wonderful machines, calculators, and typewriters of the following years. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very nice. Name: Programmer P101-P10/P102. Manufacturer: Olive Tea. Type: Professional computer. Origin: Italy. Year: late 1965. Building language: Instructions interpreter. Keyboard: 31 keys, numeric and function keys. CPU: transistors, control, and automatic units. Speed unknown. RAM: by 22 digit RAM 5 by 22 digit registers. Text modes: no display but 28 characters per line, 30 CPS printer. Size and weight: 48 width, 61 depth, 19 height, cm 29 kilograms. I/O ports: serial port P102. Built-in media: magnetic card reader, recorder. Power supply: built-in power supply unit, price $3,500. Very nice. Let's take a look at the pictures here. Yep, that's a calculator, alright. That's cool. That's really cool. Mm-hmm. So here's a close-up of it. Here's with the teletype. Summary card 1. Summary card 2. P101 program. Oh, let me see that. Nice. That's cool. First advertised. Programmer 101. The new self-contained desktop computer. Yeah, that's a calculator. That's sweet though. So if you guys want to go and check out the documents here, you guys can, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to go straight to the comments. As I usually do, I'm going to start at the bottom here. That way I start from the oldest comments to the latest, to the newest. So, Monday, January 3rd, 2005. Eric, and that, like I said, if I mess up your name, I'm sorry. Eric Hespenheide, USA, said, I programmed the Programmer 101 route station at the West Point, New York in 1969 and 1970. I believe the model was used had a 4K core memory, one of the first for desktop calculator. The only program that I remember writing was a radix conversion program, decimal octal hexadecimal. So let's see here. Thursday, March 8th, 2007. Richard Cooper from Earth. I hope he's from Earth. Said this was the first computer I ever got to use and program. There was this old non-working analog computer sitting in the corner of the math department office at my high school. Math department office? Okay. I was intrigued. I was intrigued and wanted to know more about computers. With the assistance of the math teacher, we started a computer club in my high school and eventually convinced the powers that we needed a computer. They got the Olivetti Underwood Programmer 101. It was educational and fun. It had stored and registers and everything. We did that high school math students would do. Oh, I'm sorry. We did what high school math students would do. We programmed it to generate the Fibonacci sequence. I think I still have the user manual somewhere. Tuesday, April 10th, 2007. Tim Spick from USA says, I used this machine and a P602 to learn programming in high school from 1972 to 1995. Very simple programs was provided in the user manuals, and my classmates and I spent many fond hours learning how to do branching on these two machines. Very simple compared to today's workhorses, but they were quite something back then. Friday, January 9th, 2009. George Rydon, USA, says, as it was for many other years, the Olivetti Underwood Programmer 101 was my first computer. I took a job in June of 1968 at a small company that, well, the person who bought the computer had it redesigned. Jesus. Maybe I need to go to bed. I mean, I think I'm seeing words now, and I've been up since like 5:30. Anyways, let me push through this. Well, the person who bought the computer had resigned. Everyone was afraid of it, so they said, let the kid use it. I ended up learning the language from the self-teaching manual and programming a lot of business applications on it. Also, on the night of the presidential election returns of 1968, I taught the machine to play tic-tac-toe and never lose as long as I moved first. As long as it moved first. Oh, okay. To do that with such limited instruction capacity required packing the logic of the game into several long numbers, which the program dismantled one digit at a time as the game progressed. Alright, so I'm gonna stop it here because I'm getting tired. Let's see. Is there any other comments worth looking at? No, they all pretty much say it's about the same. See what we got in 1966. And I'm going to bed. Alright, so we got the Honeywell DDP 516. You know, reading the comments is cool, but I think I might skip that. So we're gonna leave it here for the night. I gotta get back up at 5 a.m., 5:30, whatever, to go to work. I'll catch you guys later. Subscribe, hit that like if you like this video, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'll see you guys later.